Runk.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Yay!
Yay!
April 13th. Happy birthday, Thomas Jefferson and Ron Perlman.
Oh, controversial. Thomas Jefferson. Oh.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to be in, you go get my tickets. I'll be in friggin' Denver, Boston, New York, chrislea.com, Savannah, Atlanta. And sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/lifeline luxury. There's 50 plus episodes, including two full live shows, which is amazing. So there you go.
And they're I believe, the very best episodes of Lifeline.
Probably.
Live, regular Lifeline luxury, they're the best. And they happen to be the live ones. It's just how it goes sometimes.
Said the same thing 9 times.
Because you can ask questions in real time, and it's great. So
Now we're
sign
saying
up
something
over
different. Now we're saying something different.
Dude, shut up.
Nope.
Every time you're not talking, you're in such a hurry to be talking again. Shut up.
That is not true,
Shut up.
no matter what.
Let's go through the rest of the intro and try not to do that once, okay?
Well, the thing is, okay.
Okay.
ahead.
Also, sign up for my Patreon at patreon.com/Matt D'Elia. The Return of the Mac, a.k.a. The Return of Matt D'Elia's Confused 2.0. Going to be live, going to be lit. It's currently free if you want it to be. So get in there before it's no longer free. Patreon.com/Matt D'Elia. Whoa, that was so good, dude.
You were trying to do it to where I would say something.
Yeah, but I was baiting you, but you
You were
didn't do
baiting me. You were baiting me. You're Jason Bateman me.
it. All right.
My nose has the thing again, and I got the medication, but I got the wrong medication.
How do you
and
get
it's
the
not my
wrong
doctor's fault. It's my fault.
How is that possible? It should be your doctor.
I called him and I said I lost the medication, which is true. I lost the medication. It's for my nose to put it in my nasal.
Like spray it?
No, it's like
Like a salve or whatever?
yeah.
Okay.
And so I said, "Can I have some mupirocin?" It's called. Okay,
Mupirocin?
mupirocin. Okay,
Mew Pierce Brosnan? Okay.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
And he said, "Sure, let me just call it in for you." So he did, and then I got it. And when I went to go get it, I looked at it, I opened it up, and I was like, "Oh, it looks different than the other kind, but who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
You know, maybe they changed it. Or whatever.
Different kinds of...
Did it in? You put it on like the very inside, the very inside of your
just
nose,
a little bit,
just a
right?
little bit. And I did it, and it smelled way different. And I go, "What?" And I Googled mupirocin, and there's 2 different ones. There's one that's for topical, and there's one's for nasal. And I got the topical one. He gave me the one for for rashes.
Oh, so it is his fault.
It's not his fault because I went to a different. I'm changed doctors since then.
Dude, you're like Stockholm syndrome. You're just like taking the blame when it isn't your fault.
It was my fault because I said to okay. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's the doctor's fault.
I mean, I guess
liberate
he could have
yourself.
been like,
liberate yourself.
well, let me
this
just
guilt.
explain though. It was I went to one doctor, lost the prescription,
Yeah.
then asked a different doctor, "Can I actually have that?" But I didn't specify for my nasal. That was my fault.
It's still, you know what? I'll tell you what. It's still the doctor's
'Cause you're saying-
fault
'cause
for
there's 2
not
different
saying, what do you need
Which
it for?
kinds? Yeah.
What do you need it for? He's just like writing prescriptions. That guy needs to go to jail.
No.
Jail
Let's not say that. No. he
Jail him. Lock him
doesn't. No,
up.
it's Dr. Kevorkian.
Lock him up.
It's Dr. Kevorkian. Everything should be fine.
Is he dead yet? Is Kevorkian? He's way dead, right?
Yeah.
Has no idea.
Has no idea.
Just hasn't a clue.
Died like more than 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
right.
Has no idea. Has
No,
no
I knew
idea.
that. I knew it all.
Yeah. Has no idea. That's crazy, huh? What he did. He looked dead for a long time, though, huh?
He died in 2011.
Well, he was right. Yeah, he was right.
There he goes.
Pontiac, Michigan.
I don't believe that he should have been as controversial as he was. I have very strong feelings about this. If you want to die, you should be able to. I'm not saying willy-nilly just like go into some office and be like, "Kill me, please," but like there should be a sort of system that you go through the hoops of, and if you
Some office.
are qualified and of sound mind and
Deaf
or whatever,
limited.
and you can just be like, "Hey, I don't want to be here anymore."
Is this death limited?
Let me go. Like it's humane to do that, not the opposite.
Right.
Also, we're pretty soon going to have a situation where there's going to be so many old people and nobody to take care of them. The less people we have like that, the better.
Dude, have you seen that? What's that documentary? Portland? Something?
Yeah, I thought of that. Dying in Portland or something?
Man, that is just wild.
That's something I would never watch. You watched it?
No, Kristen had to watch it for her class.
It's a really, really intense movie.
Yes, I saw the
Like,
end.
I couldn't
of it,
even
which
get
is
through.
the
I couldn't even
most
get through
intense
it.
part.
Yeah.
But they just drink the oh god, and she was like, "Oh, it's not that bad. I wish more people would do this," and then she just dies.
Oh my God, are you serious? Well, my mic broke.
And it's outside of the house. They're not filming inside the house, but there's sound. They have the sound audio. And it's outside of the house, and you just hear it. It's really, really creepy and sad. It's really sad.
Oh my God.
I don't know,
It's
say
the
creepy
end
is the wrong
it's
word,
like the
but-
end of Grizzly Bear or whatever. Grizzly Man.
I guess so, but
that
that's
sound only.
yeah. In that way, yeah.
Oh my God. I can't even.
Yeah, I
do that as a filmmaker. Imagine being the editor on
no,
that.
I oh my gosh.
Seeing it over and over and over and over
Oh
again.
gosh. I cut out that part because it's unnecessary. Like, what? This is a person's life.
What?
I cut out that part just so you know because it was unnecessary. It was dragging.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
talking to the director. What? That's my mom. You know?
Is he making it about his?
No, I'm just saying it's probably someone close to the person, you know? You know how they do that? So I have this nose thing. Oh, there it is.
It's crazy that it came back.
Yeah. It's like Jesus, right?
No, Jesus, much
Well, he
longer.
didn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he didn't really come back yet, did he?
Well, he came back the first time.
Right, the first time, but people say he's going to come back,
40 days and 40 nights.
but he didn't.
How long was it
Again.
before it came back? Was it 40 days and 40 nights? Then it's just like Jesus.
No, it was probably more than that.
Okay.
More like 50 days and 50 nights.
Okay. Well,
Nasal,
close.
Jesus nasal version.
Yeah. Nasal Jesus.
Own nasal Jesus.
Wow. Is that your own personal Jesus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I also have a mosquito bite, and I haven't had a mosquito bite in so
Me
long.
too. Where is it? So
I
stupid.
lied. No, on my shin.
Me too. Where on your shin? One mosquito bite. My lower shin.
What?
I'll be answered now.
Wait, what? I don't even understand. Oh, what'd you say?
I'll be answered now.
What about it?
Well, the thing I asked you, I'll be answered now.
Say it again.
Where on your shin is the bite? So stupid.
It's on my.
Turn it off. We're gonna turn it off, aren't we? Aren't we now?
It's my shin. It's right here, dude. Right there. There it is.
That's crazy. Look at mine.
What? Oh, it's not even close. That's not close.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's so itchy.
The way you're doing it is bitchy, dude.
I have to itch because I got to get close to
Say,
it.
telling me to come here. Telling me to come here. So yeah, but I don't really get mosquito bites. Do you?
All the time.
Oh, really?
I have some kind of blood type that they just want to.
That's disgusting. No, they don't go bing bong. Dude, you can't just add bing bong to every sound effect.
I can. You bet? You want to bet? Because I can do it.
Dude, remember
it's
when you
legal
say
to do that in this
remember
country?
when you say "wanna bet"? You'd be like, "Wanna bet?" As a kid, "Wanna bet?"
No, I don't remember anything.
Do you guys?
Dude.
It was like a thing that kids do. "Wanna bet?"
I thought you meant
just
me.
him.
No. Not yeah. Just like "Wanna bet?" Like what bet? What fun dip?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
all
stupid
that's-
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet you green fun dip. You stupid asshole. Come on, dude. Can we go to math? That's me at school.
How about how good it feels to itch?
Yeah.
And you're making it worse though.
Yeah.
You want to know the trick?
Yeah, I know the trick, dude.
Okay.
Don't
well,
even.
The
And-
trick
and-
for everyone who doesn't know
Dude.
is you itch as
No.
close as you can get to around the bite,
that is not the trick.
and it sends signals. Your brain sends signals that it is satisfied. The itch doesn't need to itch anymore.
No.
But it obviously doesn't make it all go away, but it severely lessens the
That
itch.
is not the trick.
Or burn it. What?
The trick is you itch the shit out of it and it doesn't matter.
Itch the shit out of it and doesn't matter?
Yeah, you just itch it hard and who cares? What you're making it worse?
Yeah, that's
Well, it's
bad.
not, it doesn't turn into a bullet wound. It's just a
No, it makes it last longer and makes the itch worse.
Do you know about the plus sign?
Yes, I know about the plus sign.
What
That's
is it?
bitch
What do
shit.
you
I
use
itch
for-
it into oblivion.
What do you use? Your nail?
Yeah.
And you push it really hard one way, and then you make a plus sign. You do.
Or you do?
hit
Or
hard
you,
again.
you do Jesus on the cross, is what you're
And
saying.
and you make it, and you it feels really good in relief, but it's just you ain't shit if you don't just itch it into oblivion.
Do that, and then you put an ice cube on it.
I just
Yeah,
scratch
Ice Cube
it.
for sure works.
Fuck that,
yeah.
dude. I scratch it into oblivion.
I'm doing the nail thing right now, and I'll let you know if it works.
Dude, the ice thing is who thought of that? You know, here,
It relieves swelling.
yeah, but
That's what it's for,
dude,
and it numbs things.
yeah, but if you but if you put an ice cube on, like dude, who cares? It's a mosquito bite on your leg somewhere or on your arm.
Dude, I've had them so bad I can't sleep.
What?
I've had them so bad, and I put ice packs on and fall asleep with the ice pack on. That's the only way I can fall asleep.
That's what?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I don't get them that bad because that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I get them in bunches too. The weirdest thing about the way I get mosquito bites? I would say maybe like 80% of the time. So not every time, but
On the worst date right
80% of the time.
now. Yeah.
If I get them on my lower shin, on my left lower shin, I'll also get them on in the exact same spot on my other leg.
Dude.
Isn't that weird? Like there's
the
two of them, and they're
mosquitoes
like, "Let's get them in the exact same."
Hey, we're twins. Let's go.
Matt.
Matt.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we could do submissions.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
Oh, my sunglasses are on. Damn.
Oh, damn. That's okay. You're extra cool,
I'm
right?
trying to big time everybody now.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah,
See how
Matt and
bright it
Chris
seems now.
just got home from the gym, and baby, I got it bad for the gym attendant.
Oh, no.
So my question is, am I allowed to shoot my shot while this man is at work? Because part of me feels like it's kind of fucked up to like hit on someone while they're working and they're like forced to be nice to you. Like that could be uncomfortable, but
Right.
he might not give a fuck. And I want to know what you guys think. Is it okay? Is it cool? And if it is, if it's a go, do you have any ideas of what I should say? Because I'm kind of drawing a blank there. So I'd love your take. Thanks. Bye.
It's definitely something that happens all the time, though. I mean,
Okay. I talk a lot about not hitting on anyone at the gym. This excludes or precludes whatever people who work at the gym. That's not even close to the same thing. So
Why?
it only applies to people who are working at, because it's a totally different thing. It's like hitting on someone that's like working at a desk somewhere in an office.
well, unless they're a personal trainer and they're like on the floor doing exercises with people.
Well, definitely don't do it right then.
Right.
But still, I think it's okay
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they're a
gotcha,
personal trainer. But yeah, it's not a no. So you can do it. You have the green light, I would say, right?
You can kind of do it. Yeah, you could do it. Yeah,
Whose is that?
I would say that's fine.
Okay.
I would say you could do it, but also like, you know, it's also different for a girl to do it to a guy.
100%.
Even though it's you don't want to say that you don't want to say it's what do you call it double standard or whatever you call that.
Yeah, gender imbalance, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just it's a little different. He probably was all like, "Oh yeah, let's hang," you know.
I mean, yeah. The only risk is him being like a raging pussy and like being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did that. I'm gonna go tell." Like,
Oh God,
that's a very slim chance.
but you can't get in trouble for that. Well, I guess you actually could. You could say it's harassment. Yeah.
But that's a very low risk. But it is on the table. But
yeah,
so that's the only like potentially
Yeah,
horrible
true.
thing. What's the worst thing that happens?
you could just walk up to him and be like, "Do you fuck? Yeah. Do you like dinner and do you fuck?
Like people like me? Yeah.
Here, check me out like this on my back. Would you fuck it?
And check out when I lean forward like this, you see my titties?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Would you hit it?
Would you hit it? He
wow,
actually
could
has
you
the best
imagine?
out if even if it's not true. He can just say I'm not. I'm. It's
True,
it's-
that's a good
it's
out, yeah.
Policy
You know
to
what, it's
not
policy.
date customers. So I quit, and then bing ding 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 rah, rah,
You're the
rah,
guy from
rah.
Police Academy. Okay.
Except
Yeah, I think it's
can't do any of
okay.
this sounds right.
I think it's okay. Next one.
But no, how would you do it? Was the other part of the question.
Oh,
Or do you have any ideas how to approach it? I think again, it works a little bit of a double standard here, but you can be pretty direct about it. There's no like necessary beating around the bush. You could just be like, every time I walk by you, I'm always like, you're so cute. Like,
Grover.
Is it possible to even hang out with customers? And if it is, like, would you be down to grab a coffee, whatever? It's like, you don't need to like have a line to scoop the guy. Guys are less.
Nice muscles. Fancy a suck? if
that might work, honestly.
Nice muscles. Fancy a suck?
Fancy, you know?
And then if you're a guy, you want to do a girl, you go, you're very toned. Fancy a munch?
Oh, why does that gross me out, dude?
Because you're not fully.
What's the one you say that I hate so much? It's like an open wound.
Oh, the hatchet wound?
Oh.
Well, but that's
disgusting, dude. You're a fucking heathen for even ever knowing that.
Okay. I don't know anything. It's just.
You're right. Well, you're right about that.
I say hatchet wound or fried butterfly. That's not something you know. You just say it because you think.
But if you know the term.
Like. Sometimes ladies down there look like hatchet wounds. And sometimes they look like they're done by professionals. And sometimes they look like they're done by amateurs.
Professional hatchet workers? Like, what are you talking about?
A professional hatchet wound maker. Mm-hmm. And then some people just look like a fucking disaster. Like, dude, did Helen Keller wield this thing?
I don't know if I've ever
and it just looks
come across such a... What's that?
This is a disgusting hatchet wound. Like, this is the middle, and then this is the flowery part.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Georgia O'Keeffe, huh? She got away with a whole lot.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Wow, you know?
That's all I'm saying.
Georgia O'Keeffe, am I right, Chris?
Yeah.
Because you don't know about that.
I do too. She made flowers, and they looked like vaginas, and it was very obvious, dude. Even as an 11-year-old, when they first showed me who Georgia O'Keeffe was, I was like, oh, I know what that is. It's not just a flower.
It's Georgia O'Pussy, am I right?
No, okay. Georgia O'Keeffe was way better.
But Georgia O'Vag.
No. Okay.
No. I mean, what you liking? What you liking? Bad. What are we liking?
Just that Georgia O'Vag is very, it's very clunky.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it clunky?
Hi, I'm Georgia O'Vag.
You ever been with somebody that has a sincerely, like amateur, hatchet wound?
What is an amateur? Oh, you're going.
Ray Charles did it,
dude. No, I mean, that's not what that is, though. It doesn't look like a sloppy hatchet wield.
Yeah,
it just is like got more lip going on.
Yeah, because they fucking did it wrong.
Okay,
they go.
You're blaming God.
Oh,
you're blaming the hatchet man upstairs.
Hatchet man upstairs.
There's a title.
A fucking Paul Simon song. All right, next.
What's up, Lifeline?
So close.
I need some advices.
In the shower.
I joined a friend group a couple years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, and awesome people that we play volleyball with.
Dragon.
The only problem is I've always kind of been the jokester, the funny guy coming in with the cavity. But there's a guy in this group that is significantly funnier than I am. He's a lot more goofy and silly than I am. Okay. And that tends to elicit way bigger laughs. Oh. And I've kind of gone back and forth. Sometimes I try to like compete, which might be sadic.
Well, it's not sadic.
Dude, he just crushes it. He's so funny. He's super quick. And not mind you, we do bits together and stuff. But then I don't know if you just have to kind of like bow down, like, hey man, he's the funny dude, and then I just pick my shots. Yeah. I would love some advices because he gets bigger laughs and it makes me so insecure.
Okay, that's a
genuine good question.
Great question.
Yeah. What a great question.
Even though you were hiding in the shower while the shower was not running,
while the other guy was cracking jokes outside to everyone else.
Yeah, hiding in deep fear. It was a great question.
I think that the only thing to do is try to stop thinking about it. And, you know, first of all, humor is subjective. If the guy's making people laugh more than you, that doesn't matter. You know, what do you do for a living, right? who are you? What do you know? You're not a comedy writer or a stand up comedian, and use it as something to be like, oh, well, sometimes it's like being funny a certain way in a group doesn't work. So you have to figure out how to fit in that group in the funny way. And that's fun to do, I think. Sometimes if I'm around really funny people, I catch myself, I'm like, oh, I'm actually trying. And maybe it's not my time or day right now. I'll just fucking do it next time. Yeah, and that's okay.
You literally make people laugh for a living, so you don't need the thing he gets from it. You get from it almost every weekend.
Yeah, you're right.
So
that's a good point.
I think for someone, it applies more to someone like me, who's like, generally speaking, I think among the groups of friends I've been in, I'm a funny one or the funny one. And there have been times where someone is like genuinely funnier than me, and it's like, it's not that you like it's not like a zero-sum game. Like that guy makes his jokes and you make whatever joke you make, and everybody has a better time for it. Like, you laugh at his jokes if they're funny, and you like laughing at them because laughing is greatness. But you also create your own greatness with your own humor. So it's just like, there's no competing here. You're laughing at this guy, he's funny, it's good, everything's good. There's an additional funny guy in your friend group. That's great.
It's also a language sometimes that you just like. Sometimes people are funny. Like, I was friends with a guy once, and he had a friend that I thought was really funny, and they were funny together. And I never really like fit in that way. I was just like, they do their thing. They do it well, and I don't really do it like them. And I'm a different kind of funny, maybe. I don't know. And that's okay. And I felt weird about it for a little bit. We drove all the way up to Big Bear together, and I was like, oh man, I'm not doing well. You know? And but trying to figure out how to, do it is kind of fun for me. So you best believe I crushed the rest of that Big Bear trip. But yeah, Anyway,
it's all good.
It's a good question, though.
Yeah, but just laugh when he's funny, and then other people laugh when you're funny, and everybody will like both of you more for that.
Next.
Privacy.
Hi guys. So my issue that I need advice on is that I absolutely despise elderly people.
Oh, geez.
I think they're coffin dodging oxygen thieves.
Whoa.
Wow.
Ice.
Fucking expired humans. Limited edition citizens. Which is like the only cool thing about them. They're like an artifact or like a fossil.
Different words to say.
And I get absolutely enraged whenever I come across one. Because usually they're doing something that's hindering society in some way.
This is crazy.
Like fucking up traffic.
No wonder.
Standing in the middle of the aisle at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Just acting entitled and super rude. And I understand, I'm fully aware that this is not a healthy way to view other people.
Oh, that's an odd
But I do want to say it started 4 years ago when I got a job at CVS Pharmacy.
Okay.
I worked there for 2 years.
Now we're getting into it.
And I think ever since then, I've really resented old people because they were some of the meanest customers that came to the pharmacy. And so now I just kind of have a grudge against them. Any advice on how to get past that?
That is honestly so interesting that she mentioned being at a CVS, working at a CVS pharmacy. I went to a CVS to pick up a prescription. I looked at the drive-through line and I was like, I bet the line's shorter inside.
Okay.
Even though at this CVS, the drive-through line moves fast. I was like, I bet there's nobody inside. So I go inside. There's nobody there except this one old woman at the counter.
Okay.
And she's taking so long that I'm looking at the drive-through window and I'm seeing
so funny,
all the cars that were in the line go. and I see the car that was very last, that would have been the car just in front of me, pull up to the window, and I'm like, if this bitch isn't done by the end of this guy's drive-through whatever purchase, I'm going to be so livid.
So funny.
And luckily, the person at that window took so long. But dude, it was like she couldn't figure out the pin pad. She wanted to talk about why it's 10 cents a bag and how she'll never pay for that. She won't give any more money to the state than it already takes from her. And it's shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And leave. She didn't once look behind her and see if anybody was in line.
That shit is.
It's like, dude, you're holding up other people.
You know what you're doing right now? Making the person who did the submission, they're listening to this and they're seething.
Yeah, it's triggering. And
it happened.
And of course I get it. However, no to everything you said, because elderly people, here's what they are. Older versions of you.
Yeah, you're going to be old. Hopefully.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna if this holds, you're gonna absolutely loathe yourself by the time you hit 65.
Right.
So you gotta just get it in check, dude. They're just people who have been alive longer. Is how you have to think about it.
It's just you and then waiting, dude. You know.
And the older people they just do move slower.
Yeah, they move slower.
They move slower. Their brains move slower.
But
it just is a fact.
It's not just old people though, because I was at a Starbucks recently, and there was a lady there, and she was 50 something. That's not old. No. And she didn't look behind, and she was taking so long, and that drove me nuts, man. And she wasn't a limited edition. We've got a limited edition. Okay, so look at what we have here. We have. Frank, get out here. Stand up here. He used to own a landscaping company. He is 88 years old. Frank, you can get him today.
What is the big origin of this? What did she say that made
limited edition?
Oh, she said limited edition? Oh, shit.
Limited edition, Janice. Janice, step up here. She was a housewife. She's still a housewife. Her husband died. She is living in the house. For today, you can get Janice not for $1,000. Less than that. Can we go lower?
Always acting like there's an authority off screen, you know?
2 easy payments of $16. Janice, you can get Janice. Get her now before she dies.
Dude, you know how
she's dead. Bring in the other one.
You know how there's some names that cycle back into popularity?
Yes.
There are some names for old people that will just never come back.
Sure.
And Janice is absolutely one of them.
You think so?
Janice ain't never
Stranger things have happened.
Frank is back. Henry's back.
Right.
Like Harriet is back.
Right.
Shit like that. Janice, though?
Calvin.
Never again.
Is back. Janice, you don't think?
No.
Harriet?
Harriet is back.
What about... Nancy.
Gonna be a while.
Tough.
Gonna be a while. If it ever comes back, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We have a limited edition Nancy. She is 92 years old. This name will never come back into fashion.
Get yours now.
Can we go lower? Okay. She died. Okay, let's get Jim out here. Okay, next one.
What's up, Chris and Matt?
It's green.
My name's Christopher as well, funny enough. Chris, longtime listener. Matt, love what you do, man.
Thanks,
I'm
bud.
calling because I have a pretty rough relationship with my dad, to say the least.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
He was
Hates
never a
green.
big point in my life when I was younger. Now he's in my life, and I've tolerated him, but things have just still been pretty bad.
He's obviously
And I'm debating whether or not I want to cut him out of my life to make me and my fiance's life a lot better and a lot easier for a lot of reasons.
Wow.
Just really need some advice on this, guys. Thank you so much.
If he's,
Baby for life.
Hell yeah.
If he's affecting your and your fiance's life that much, and he was a piece of shit early on in your life, and you don't even like him really,
and your fiance agrees, I'm assuming.
Or even maybe not even love him. Dude, it's a dark thought, I guess, but you don't owe your parents love. Like if you don't love your parent, then you just don't. It's not. There's no feeling you should have about that. The feeling is either love or you don't love them. Nothing else should be surrounded by that. No guilt, no shame. Like it's just some people just don't because they're shitty parents.
Easy to say.
And there's like, I mean, I know someone I'm very close with. When their father died, they were just like, I feel pure release. I feel no sadness.
They busted?
I feel like I feel no, I will miss him zero. Like and that
robot.
I'll never forget that. It was when I was a kid. I overheard.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to say who.
Zero.
But yeah, it profoundly affected me, and I've come to believe that like, some parents are just bad. And it's their job to make to love you because they're the reason you're even here. You didn't ask to be here.
Right.
You're flung out of nothingness because somebody jizzed in somebody. And then 9 months later you popped out. It's like you didn't ask for it to be created by that sperm and egg. You're here because of them. They owe you some shit for the first large part of your life at the very least. And if he wasn't around and you resent him for that and don't love him because of that, you don't owe him shit, dude. He owes you shit. If anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. I don't know what he did, obviously, but that's all, up for...
he said something about he wasn't around when he was young or something like that.
I mean, look, people make mistakes, and your dad, if you're not willing to look past that, and if he's not willing to, own up.
Yeah, it sounds like he isn't even being like, I'm sorry, I wasn't around.
Yeah,
I'd
but
love
even
to
if
be
he
in your
was,
life now.
if he was like, yo, I fucked up, I'm really sorry, and then the son's like, I just don't care. That's still how he feels about
It's
it.
still
it's not
valid,
like,
yeah.
Which sucks for the dad, I guess, and it sucks for you too, because you're not gonna. But
it sounds like he's still causing problems though.
Right, yeah.
And he just happens to be in his life now, which is like, no, dude. You fucked up my childhood, and now you're trying to fuck up my adulthood.
Maybe he's trying to fuck her. His fiance.
Bye. Ta-ta, sayonara. Fucking opposite of Guten Tag.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's not, yeah. You don't need to have him in your life. I don't know. Part of me is like the Italian is like, oh, yeah, but that's your father. But yeah, the truth is.
If he's a piece, he's a piece. There's no way around it.
All right. Yeah, next one.
Good luck, though.
Hey, Chris and Matt. So I have what I think might be a hot take here. So people that do like crazy diets and other cosmetic things before their wedding, I understand it, but I think it's a terrible idea because you probably feel good and like how you look that day, but then you have to look back on those pictures the rest of your life and think, man, I might never look that good again.
Yeah.
So that sounds terrible to me. Am I off here? What do you guys think?
Well, yeah, except for the when you go back in your life and you look at pictures, your wedding picture is going to be one of the main pictures you look at.
I would imagine that.
So you want to be like, this was me.
At my peak.
You don't want to be on the couch watching fucking How to Get Away with Murder, eating Pringles with your you know what I mean, with a wife beater on.
Sounds nice too, but I get what you're saying.
Well, that is nice, but you don't want the picture of that being your main picture.
Gotcha.
Just like this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Pringles, crust, crumbs of
fat, maybe your shorts, you can see your balls or your hatchet wound.
Let's face it, you frankly wouldn't have that picture, but point taken.
No, are you kidding me? Let me tell you this much. You used to take pictures. I know that people take pictures willy-nilly now because they have the iPhones. But dude, back then when you had those regular disposable cameras, you would willy-nilly take pictures all the time because you'd be like, "Ooh, I just can't wait to develop this." And you would take a picture of somebody eating Pringles on the couch.
End of the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I still love those.
End of the roll.
Isn't it interesting that photo developing places still exist, like, pretty prominently?
Do they?
Yeah, dude. Because people still like to take pictures on those cameras and film cameras.
And
it's
I
cool.
took the picture of you eating Pringles and the end of the roll.
Oh, the end of the roll.
To get developed now at the 1 hour photo. And then look at the pics. Right?
Nice.
I mean, I'll tell you what, dude, that's not warming up. That's just me. I sing good, okay?
Okay.
No matter what the guys from the Golden Hour say.
What do they say?
That I'm not good. It's crazy.
You're not.
What?
Good in what way?
I could carry a note, and I'm very fucking I get resonant. I'm a good singer. I put a sign up right in the front window, advertisement right in the front window, and all of a sudden success coming out of the blue.
Did it so fast, rushed through it so fucking hard.
That's part of the tempo in Little Shop of Horrors and Mushnick and Son.
Is it true? It's not that fast.
Far in. Is it true? Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
I put a sign up right in the front window, advertisement right in the front window, and all of a sudden success coming out of the blue. Nice. Mushnick and Son, dude.
Who played Mushnick in the production you were in?
I don't fucking know.
So bitter that he didn't get the
Could've
role.
been me.
So bitter that he didn't get the role of the dentist.
Could it? Well,
who got that? What's that guy's name?
Trenton Reynolds.
Trenton Reynolds.
And he was fine, but I would have killed it, and that's fine. And he's a friend.
I look back and think you would have killed that role too.
No, I am your dentist.
So bitter about it. Still knows the audition song.
I have a talent for causing things pain. Can I be your dentist? Imagine me, dude. All white on the fucking...
Yeah. It's the best role in the movie.
Fitting
or
braces.
in the show. But the biggest problem with it in the movie is that Steve Martin does it. And when you watch it, at least when I was a kid, I loved him in that movie. As an adult, I watch it and I think, I hate Steve Martin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If they remade Little Shop of Horrors, let me tell you something. If they remade Little Shop of Horrors,
they will,
which they will,
of course,
and they'll get Jonathan Krasinski to be in it somehow.
But if they don't, he'll direct it.
Yeah. And they have me play the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's fucked.
They won't. But
no, I know.
Yeah,
but everyone is fucked.
How's that?
I destroy it. I destroy the role. I burn it to the ground, and it can never be made again. No, I am your dentist.
Hurt your voice.
Well, my neck. I
so
hurt my
bad.
neck,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I will fucking. They go like this. Who played Seymour again? Oh yeah, because they forget a little bit.
Oh yeah, Matt Damon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Elijah Wood. But that guy, Chris D'Elia. Did he really do nitrous?
So stupid. Dude, Rick Moranis plays Seymour in the movie version. The dude looks like that, was such a big star, and retired when he was still a really big star.
Wild.
To take care of his wife because she got sick. That is the hardest ass move.
It is.
Ever.
It is.
To look like that and still make it so big.
So great.
Against all odds.
So
and then
dumb.
the
It's so
person
dope.
you
Not
love,
dumb.
you're just like, no, fuck all that.
It's so dope.
I mean, like, what
Fuck
fuck with the business.
Yeah, dude. It's so
what
dope.
a baller move.
He was so good, too.
Yeah, he was amazing. Honey,
And
I
then-
blew up the kids?
Bro,
Shrunk
yeah,
the kids?
but when he goes, suddenly Seymour is standing beside you. It means there's no worries. Dude, that is so dope.
Just wanted to sing it.
But no, but
doesn't even remember him doing it in the movie.
You understand. But yeah.
Yeah.
But when he does that, though, but if I was dorky.
Was there a video recently of Rick Moranis just getting like punched in the street on CCTV camera?
So weird. There was?
Like, what a What a
that song
bunch of
Suddenly
bullshit,
Seymour
dude.
is one of the dopest songs ever.
All right, man. Look. Relax.
I'm not going to sing
about
it
Little
anymore.
Shop
I'm
of
just
Horrors,
saying.
okay?
No, that
How weird is it that Little Shop of Horrors was a movie,
Yeah.
not a musical, in the 60s, 50s maybe, a Roger Corman movie, just like a piece of shit B movie.
And then it was a musical?
And then it was a musical.
I did
yeah.
not know that.
It's such a like silly,
Yeah.
like screwball comedy.
Fuck, that's weird. I
Isn't
didn't
it?
know that.
Yeah, really weird. How that shit works.
Well, I mean, you know, all right. I won't sing anymore this podcast.
Do we want to look at Rick Moranis getting hit, or do we not? We want to move on.
Sure, but I'd like to look
We
at
can
him
do
now
that on
anyway.
luxury.
How old is he?
Yeah, let's look up Rick Moranis now. He was in something recently, real quick before we move on.
Sounds like he was in
The real question is, how's Anthony going to spell Rick Moranis?
Oh, dude.
Let's find out.
Oh,
killed it. Just typed it so fast. He's 71 now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, his wife died. Look.
Damn.
He's the man, dude.
Yeah.
He left acting in the 1990s to focus on raising his kids. Even more baller.
Right. He was so good.
He
and
was
just
hilarious.
his look and everything.
Is the last thing he did Little Giants? I saw that in the theater.
So what
with
does he do now then?
With him.
Wow. So what does he do now?
He chills on his resids, dude.
I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it's not that much though,
Did
right?
you know that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids originally and very close to up to when they started shooting was a drama?
What?
Yeah, dude. It's the weirdest Hollywood story ever. They were going to cast some like serious actor in his role, and then like a week before they're shooting, the studio was like, "We got to turn this into a comedy. Let's get Rick Moranis." The director was like, "All right," and they just went as they went.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why don't they do
I guess he does voice stuff a lot. So,
right.
Yeah.
But why don't they do you know how they remake movies and they'll make them a comedy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah. That's what
They
I thought
should
of.
do the opposite. They should make fucking like Naked Gun and it's a fucking drama.
That would be
or
so
or
crazy.
Leave It to Beaver and it's like something about a family that's like really
I was just
dramatic.
talking about this somewhere. The thing about how they turn things that weren't comedies into comedies. Like, why is at all costs IP? As long as it's IP, like they'll remake it in any version.
I know why they
anyway.
do that. I know
Just
why they do
brand name.
that. I know why they remake stuff comedies.
Okay.
There's a very obvious reason, I think.
Go ahead.
It's because anything from 40 years ago is ridiculous. If it's a drama, you're like, oh, what? What? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they do remake them as dramas, though, too.
But if you were, yes, they do, right?
Yeah.
But mostly, if you were going to go back and look at Starsky and Hutch, you'd be like, this is fucking ridiculous,
Right.
So they
right,
make it a comedy.
Right.
Anyway,
Right. Also,
right.
Starsky and Hutch wasn't exactly a drama, but right.
no. Well, yeah, but it wasn't a comedy.
No, it was an adventure show. Yeah. My life is an adventure.
Oh, all right.
Just so you know.
Oh,
What are you looking up right
yeah.
now?
What is he looking up?
It's the comedies that were turned into dramas.
Oh,
Or
look at that.
Dramas.
What?
Dramatic
I've never-
remakes of comedies. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's just a bad
That's
list.
nothing. Keep
That's
going.
nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf?
What? No, that's not on.
There was an
Oh,
MTV show
dude,
that was
yeah.
Oh, they did make it a drama. The TV
Yeah,
show. That's right.
Parenthood.
Oh yeah, they did do
Oh,
that. Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
What is
LA?
what is-
oh, the
no.
new one that they made on like Peacock.
Oh, fuck off with that.
Well,
fuck Will Smith, top to bottom, every which way. That guy's
I
a
don't know.
fucking piece of shit.
No, that's harsh.
Dude, no, he's a fucking. I never want to see him again.
Oh.
Fuck him.
Oh wow. Okay. Jesus.
What the fuck is Lou Grant?
Sounds like a baseball player to me.
Oh, a baseball coach, you know?
Now, batting, Lou. Grant.
Buffy
Right. Yeah, that's
turned
true.
into a drama?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah.
I never
With
seen an
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Not one episode. That original
neither
movie
have I,
is
but I
sick.
know
Look
that.
how fucking hot Luke Perry
All
was.
right, dude.
And look how hot Chrissy Swanson was. She's a big hardcore right winger now. Isn't that
I
interesting?
know, and she looks way different.
And
too.
Luke Perry, dead.
Well, he looks way different.
Oh, God. Dark joke. I love Luke Perry, dude.
Yeah, the best, dude. The best.
Fucking-
He was awesome.
The only thing about him, very mini.
Mini?
Very mini.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
slight, man.
Yeah. I
But a
sat.
very fucking special guy. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, I
Not
sat
fucking-
next to him on the airplane like a few years before he died.
Damn. Dude just died of a brain aneurysm.
I know.
Don't like thinking about that.
I know.
Don't want to think about it. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's go to the next submission.
Next one.
What's going on, Matt? What's going on, Chris? So real quick. So yesterday I was doing Uber Eats and a customer gave me a $5 tip. It was 5 singles and they were all like folded over each other. You know, it was like just like here, you know, handed to me. So I'm in my car and I'm straightening out the dollar bills so I could put them in my wallet. Yeah. And when I was straightening them out, a bunch of white powder fell on my hands and my pants. What? It was about a half a gram worth of whatever powder. I mean, if you could visualize that, you know? Yeah. And my first instinct was, oh, I'm dead.
Right. Okay.
Fentanyl, whatever. I'm dead. Yeah. So I called the lady. I'm like, hey, I'm not mad. I just want to know what the powder was. And her instant response was, I didn't try to poison you. So I was like, yeah, I don't think you tried to poison me.
But you did.
What was the powder? What drug was it? Because I've done a lot of drugs in my life. Sit deeper. Yeah. So I just wanted to know what to expect.
Right.
And she was like, oh, no, it's not drugs. I didn't, you know, whatever. So she was obviously high, tweaking. She probably thought that I called the cops. Oh, my God. That I was a cop. Whatever. So
makes sense.
I luckily had a water bottle in my car. Rinsed my hands off. I had some napkins. So we were good.
What the fuck was it?
So, I mean, what would you have done in that situation? Would you have called the cops? Would you have called maybe an ambulance just in case? Would you have gone to a hospital just in case? I ended up not doing anything. I just called my buddy and sat on the phone with him for about a half an hour to make sure I didn't have any exposure, high, contact, whatever. So I ended up being good. But wow. Yeah, what would you have done? Would you have gone back? Would you have called the cops? Would you have gone to a hospital? What would you have done there? And also, have you ever been exposed to drugs, like ingested them accidentally, or has somebody spiked you before? And how did you deal with that? What did you do? Well, yeah, didn't try to poison you, by the way.
Yeah, well.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I sort of missed the details of the first part. Who gave him the dollar bills?
He was Uber Eatsing, and she gave him a tip
of
just
cash.
$12. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I tell you what, I probably wouldn't have done anything. I probably would have just been like, that's weird, and not thought about it.
You are unaware of yourself if you think that's what you would have thought.
No, because I don't think I would have thought it was drugs. I would have, a gram?
Half a gram.
I mean, that's not much, dude.
No,
if
but
it was
in powder
more,
form,
then I would.
In powder form, it seems like more.
Okay.
In a way.
I wouldn't be worried. I tell you what, I wouldn't be worried about getting high because unless it's fentanyl, you're not.
Which she mentioned, which
I know
it wouldn't be.
But you wouldn't.
I don't even know if does that exist in a powder? I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah,
it does. But like that would. Yeah, I mean, I guess there could be some fentanyl in there. Yeah, but you'd die instantly.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I would just assume it was coke, and I would go and not try to not breathe it in, open the window, and dump it out, and maybe I would call somebody. That's what I think I would do.
My first thought was anthrax.
Yeah, but bro, it's not anthrax.
Well, you don't know the person.
I might think, anthrax, but I wouldn't be like, this is anthrax.
Sure. Yeah. I don't even know what I would do, but I definitely would not call the cops.
No. I'd make a citizen's arrest.
Definitely would not go to the hospital preemptively. I probably would do actually pretty much exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
If I'm really thinking it through.
I guess so. Now that I've had this thought and you've done this, if it happened to me now, I would probably react differently than if before I saw this.
Well, and how would you react now?
Now I would think about it because I don't think I would think. I don't even think I would think of fentanyl. I don't think so. I think I'd just be like, that's maybe coke, and I wouldn't worry about it being fentanyl, which is the thing that you should worry. The only thing that you could worry about, really. I mean, it's not anthrax, but
I feel weird. Oh yeah, jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, calling her is a good move.
What was the? I don't really understand how the conversation went. I wish she was still here. Like, what do you mean you called her and she said I didn't poison you, and then she just sounded like she was on drugs? Like, just be like, hey, what drug are you on?
Yeah, she obviously didn't answer because you get why she wouldn't want to because she doesn't want to get in trouble. She didn't know this guy from anybody.
Sure, but also if that's her drug, you'd think she wants it back. If she's tweaking.
Half a gram if it's...
Yeah, dude. I mean, if she's a fucking tweaker, absolutely. It's not much, but it's not nothing.
It's not? Yeah, okay. How much is a half a gram of coke?
Of coke, I don't know. I know what a gram of weed looks like, and it's significant enough.
Okay. Well,
couple joints in there. I smoked 2 joints when I smoked 2 joints, and then I smoked 2 more.
What's that?
Who sings that? Sublime?
Sublime? Yeah. Definitely Sublime. All right. Well,
that's crazy weird. That's upsetting. That would throw my day off for damn sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would probably do exactly what you did on.
Yeah, I
in
think
all
so.
Honesty, yeah.
All right. God, imagine that's how you die. Getting a tip of $5 on a fucking Subway sandwich because fentanyl gets in your nose. All right.
Hey, brothers.
Falling asleep.
I want to know what
Falling
you two
asleep.
think about men dancing.
Oh.
Is it cool or not?
I have a pat.
I don't know how to dance. I feel
Oh.
silly doing it, but I'll sometimes be in situations at a bar or a club where a woman will pull me into dance and
Yeah.
I'll just politely wave her away. This really seems to turn them off.
Yeah.
Which bothers me because it's not that I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
I just don't want to dance.
Falling asleep.
Do either of you two like dancing? Do you have specific moves you do?
Falling. A fucking.
What should I do? Should I learn how to dance or should I stick to my guns and not do something that I find stupid? Let me know. All right, bye.
If you think it's actually stupid, then I guess don't engage in it. But I think what you're probably experiencing is you're uncomfortable doing it,
That sounds like.
and you don't want to look stupid. But I'll tell you right now, most women, I guess it's more women than men, but most women would rather see you dance with them and look stupid than be like, no, I'm not dancing.
Yeah, they don't want you. They want to know you're fun.
Yeah, they don't give a shit how you dance, dude.
Yeah.
As long as you're not like just doing like the sprinkler or whatever.
Okay, but my dance is the jack off. I don't think you'll like it.
To the beat.
Your dick is out. You want it to dance.
I told you what my move was.
Yeah.
I don't know if and to answer, do I have any moves? No, I just have the way I dance though. I don't have like different dances to different kinds of music. I just like there's just like a way that I dance.
Depending on what's on.
And it's fucking hella sick, but whatever.
I mean, when you say you don't dance, you could easily just bop. Like
Yeah,
you
you
don't
just-
have to be like fucking, all right, I really don't like to, but
In fact, if you did that, she would probably like you less. So you're in a good zone if you're just going along with her to be fun and you're not good at it is like one of the top tier options. Cause she'll be like, he's not good, but he still wants to have fun with me.
what
Like
you
that's
could
that's like a way in, not a way out.
You know what you can do?
What's that?
Hey, want to dance? Just go like this. Wrong verb, sweetheart. And just, to mac
The
down.
tiniest person.
I heard that Jack Nicholson did that once to somebody. Wrong verb, sweetheart.
For real?
That's what I heard. I mean, it sounds like bullshit, but
It sounds like bullshit, yeah. Wait, what the fuck? Somebody just told me a story about Jack Nicholson. Damn it. It was mom who told me the story.
oh, so it's wrong. All right, next one.
Hey Matt, hey Chris, huge fan from Lebanon.
Heck yeah.
So I've been with my girlfriend
Lebanon?
for 2 years now, and
Whoa.
we see each other for about 12 hours per week.
Oh.
And most of the times midweek, she likes to text me, "What are you doing?"
Uh-huh.
And many times I'm at home, and when you're doing 5 to 10 things at the same time, but none of them is worth mentioning, like
You say
scrolling
nothing.
on the internet,
Yeah.
playing chess, playing guitar,
Yeah.
but you're not doing each one of them mindfully enough to worth mentioning. So I just tell her like the same things or nothing important. And she gets very upset when I tell her that. And she tells me that she wants to hear about them in detail. And like, I don't want to talk about them in detail because there's really nothing important mentioned. And like, it keeps happening over and over. And how should I explore this the next time it happens? Thank you.
That's a good question, honestly. It's kind of the classic, the women want to talk in detail about your day, and the man is just like, it's the same as every other day. What do you want to know? But I think we men miss the point about this. It's not like what remarkable shit happened to you today or what remarkable shit are you doing right now. They're just wanting to talk to you.
They want to connect.
Exactly. That's the right word. They want to just connect. And that in itself is all it is. So all you need to do is answer thoughtfully. It's going to be way better for you to do that than to say nothing.
Also, if you say just some people don't really talk much. So like if you're just a kind of guy who writes nothing, that's not going to cut it, bro.
Yeah.
You got to at least put an exclamation point in there and be like, just kind of a regular old day. Anything happening over there with you? Like that is way better than nothing you.
Yeah, just a regular old day, playing a little guitar, da-da-da-da-da.
Adding so much to it.
But he's
making a sandwich.
He specifically said that he plays guitar.
I think you could get away with a lot more if you just sent a picture of you. Not much. Bro, I bet that would go over
if you
really
wanted
well.
to answer not much, that would be more
I bet that would go over really well.
But you are the Lebanese version of me, so maybe you take advice from me instead of him. But yeah, it's kind of the classic male female.
Yeah. No, it's right under guys want to have sex and women don't want to have sex. It's right under that one. It's the number 2 one.
Women want to have sex.
I know. You know what I mean. Guys want to fuck everything, and women are, you know what I mean. Of course, they want to have sex. Yeah, 100%. And guys, talk about things that matter, and then women talk about things that don't matter.
Sleeper, absolutely.
So it's all good, yeah. And then women make you do stuff and you're like, I don't have time for it, and they're like, why? Because you're doing what? And then you have to think about what you're doing, and you're like, well, I did stuff earlier and I'm just kind of tired now. And she's like, yeah, well, you have other responsibilities. Like we have a family and stuff like that's, and you're like, but I work hard for, obviously I don't want to say I bring home the bacon, but I do. Right. And so because you think, my job isn't just about being on stage, having fun. It's also about the traveling. And you think I want to go to fucking Cranston, Rhode Island for, 6 hours connecting flight. I got to go, by the way, connect in Dallas. So I got to that's not even a straight way. You go down south and then up. So it's like, dude, let me relax on the couch. And if I want to watch Penguin, even though it came out last year, don't get on me for that.
Sleeper. And it's all good. Should we do one more? Squeeze one in?
Penguin
what do we think?
Is great, though. We don't have to, but the Penguin is great.
The show?
And I watched it late. I'm
what does that mean, late?
episode 3. It came out last year when everyone was talking about it, but that is not when I watch shows, dude.
The way they extend these universes, just like...
Yeah, that is true. It is crazy.
Sucking on the crank of the corp.
Matt.
Just draining it, every last drop of the corpse teat.
Corpse teat.
Squeak, 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 squeak. We're running it dry, but who cares? The Penguin's coming out soon.
Masturbating. But yeah, I think that the Penguin it's great. Okay, it's good and it's funny and it's not just fun. It's not just dramatic. It's also funny.
You know what I find interesting? They for the character of the Penguin.
Yeah.
They hired Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And obviously put him in a fat suit and did all this makeup stuff on him. The result is almost identical to the actor Richard Kind. So why not just cast Richard Kind?
I forget who that is.
You'll
I know who it is.
Yeah.
I know who that. Oh, I know who it is. Yeah.
Dude, that's the Penguin.
That does not look like
Are you
him.
kidding me? Look at this shit.
He could play the Penguin though, yeah.
He is the Penguin. But he's got a much lower quote. He's a great actor. Don't do that to Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's a hot guy. Look, they even see?
Oh, that's funny.
There's some Reddit forum with it.
That's funny.
Somebody thought it was Richard Kind from the trailer back when it was first released. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, let's first of all, Richard Kind is like 70 years old, okay?
He might be too old.
Colin Farrell is playing a guy in his 30s, even though he's 50,
But they had to have been like the model for this character is Richard Kind, right? Look how much it looks like Richard Kind.
I did not think of that, but that's funny.
Dude, that's crazy to me. Look at that. I mean, there's a bunch of shit.
But Richard Kind is like a very like Jewish, like what's his name? The Penguin needs to be like New York.
Oh, Falcone is his
Yeah,
name?
like it's just not.
Whatever. Jews and Italians look alike.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that. Another one.
If Richard Kind, let me tell you something. If Richard Kind was a great actor, then okay.
He is, but he's too old.
But he's not. Is he that good?
He's a character actor. He's never had a leading role.
True.
But yeah, dude.
He's been very good. I know.
You know who's one of his best friends?
Who?
George Clooney.
Really?
The Kloonmeister.
No. But Colin Farrell is so good in this. And let me tell you something about Colin Farrell. He played in the movie called Phone Booth, right?
Correct.
A guy from New York. His accent wasn't good.
It was embarrassingly bad.
Oh, would you say it's that bad?
In Phone Booth? Mm-hmm. I've seen it somewhat recently, and it's unbelievable. They shouldn't even have made him do it.
Yeah, well, they should have just been like, be Irish.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
But in this, his accent it's top form. I mean, it's really good.
He's one of those guys that genuinely got way better at acting.
Yeah, he really did,
he got older. I think he just really, really, really cares.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a sober guy, and sometimes sober guys are like, I'm going to dive all the way into this thing because I'm an addict.
He's a fucking good actor.
Yeah, he's great.
He really is.
He's a great actor.
He's one of those guys that you want to not be like, he's not good, but he's fucking good, bro.
Yeah, he's actually quite great.
He does stuff that's like so interesting too, but not overboard, which is the best kind of actor. Yeah. It's like you're not doing stuff just to do it, but you're surprising even yourself the way you...
Are you talking about specifically the Penguin? In the Penguin?
Yeah, I am talking about the Penguin, yeah.
I mean, what sucks is that, he'd switch gears. He has somebody, either his agent or manager, is a fucking genius. Because after Total Recall, they did a total reset on him as an actor, which was like, hey, now you're only going to do like either good shit or good roles in whatever shit.
Well, what's weird is Total Recall was a bad movie, but
terrible.
But you totally buy him in those roles. So it's weird that like he doesn't do that because like you totally buy him in fucking anything Tom Hardy does. That new one that comes out, Havoc, that could be him.
Oh, Venom or whatever?
No, Havoc is a new one coming out, but Venom, Venom is the
What's
same
Havoc?
thing. Havoc is a new movie coming out in a few months with Tom Hardy.
Movie?
Yeah, that's why I said movie twice.
I thought you said show.
It's a movie, 3 times.
Havoc?
Yes, it's an action movie.
All right, we'll watch the trailer on Luxury.
I mean, it's probably not worth it. I haven't even seen the trailer, but it's probably
we'll watch the trailer and we'll be all like, wow.
Okay. Anyway, Colin Farrell's great. He was great in The Lobster, too.
Anyway, Colin Farrell's great. He's great as Richard Kind in The Penguin.
In the Richard Kind story, Colin Farrell will play. All right, guys.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you. Sign up for Lifeline Luxury if you're not signed up.